Corey, you and I jumped into an interesting roguelike. This is called Tankhead over on the Epic Games Store. It's been an interesting journey. I would say more of a struggle. For me, I'm coming in at a 7. Where are you?
I'm just a little bit lower than you. I'm coming in at a 6.
Ooh. Now, the struggle comes down to the actual, I don't want to say the game, but more more of my lack of capable abilities to achieve the overall goal. We play as Whitaker, who is trying to get to a place called Highpoint. We're in the ECA, which is this walled off area that humans can't survive in. So you become this like pill looking like shape of a robot. Then you go out and you overcome, you take these tanks and you go out and try to traverse the world. But then you take down these objectives, and your idea of the game is that as you go out, you survive, you come back, you build up, you go out, survive. Dude, I can't survive. I just keep dying. Like the first level alone is just brutal.
It's so hard. No, and that's the first thing you notice. It's because it's a roguelike, we're in this, rinse and repeat. Yes. And this game is punishing, and the idea behind it here is that this isn't going to be some quick run through. This is a $30 game, and from what most people are saying, we are getting probably about 6 to 7, maybe 8 hours of playtime if you get this run pretty clean all the way through. You and I, unfortunately, have not been able to get as clean of runs as some others have, but that's part of what this game is. The difficulty is supposed to be there. If this was easy, this would kind of be a waste of $30, I think. There's going to be people that are really into these styles of games, and the way this game is presented is really unique. It's super cool, like you said, and the environments look actually really nice. It's just some of the frame rate issues I ran into while we were playing. I first fired up the game and I actually thought maybe there was something going on with my PC, but at the same time, we're running on the exact same laptop that are spec'd fairly high, so everything's running on epic settings. I even turned it down a little bit just to see if it would help my frame rates, and I still was running maybe at the highest about 75 frames, and even then it felt chuggy at times, and that's where I'm starting to lose some points, and that's why I was down at a 6, just because I couldn't really get into the experience. As much as I enjoyed how unique it was and all the different kind of upgrading and all that different stuff that you get to do with the tank and your character throughout is I think the highlight here. The combat is just so difficult and frustrating. I feel like I'm getting overwhelmed all the time, and you actually mentioned it off screen. You can't get away very often, especially early on when your tank is very basic. So you spend a lot of time just grinding this stuff out, Drew.
It gets to be painful, I think, at the end of the day, right? Because you know what you have to do, but you're just not able to do it because you get surrounded by all these other robots and other tanks that come in. So I tried to isolate some of them as I could, but man, like I would get most of my objectives, go to the last objective, and on my way there, just get bombarded by all these other robots, and I'm just like, I can't even run away fast enough, and I'm up. Dude, I am upgraded too. Like I came in feeling pretty confident, and then you're like, so you can scourge and go and gather up other resources from other fallen robots throughout the world, which I thought was sick. I'm like, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna grab this tire because mine's busted. I'm gonna salvage that part, so I have parts on hand, right? Then I gotta reload my ammo, and I gotta repair my tank, and it is cool. I love popping out of the tank, which is one of the highlights for me, and then you scurry around the house and you kind of see other buildings and see what you can find, upgrades. Sometimes I found a gun, sometimes I found like a missile rocket launcher kind of thing. It was just like really cool concept, but the difficulty spike right off the hop. Ease us into it, like let me take out the first boss and then get like let's build into a little bit, right? But at the same time, dude, you were there from the hop and you were suffering right from the get-go, kind of like the frame rate, because I had major issues, dude, when you load in. So you leave your hub and then you get picked up by this cool looking robot to bring you into the ECA area, and that load in time was absolutely painful.
It's not as refined of an experience, I think, as we were looking for. Again, very unique concept. The mechanics of the game are pretty solid. The upgrading is the highlight for sure. Getting to set your tank up, all that stuff. The environment is fun, but right now the game just doesn't run at an optimal level for me personally. And even at the $30 price point, Drew, I think it's going to be difficult for a lot of people to really get into this one.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot there to do and get a part of, but it's just a matter of can you withstand the pain and drops within the game to get you to that point. Upgrading is cool, buying stuff is cool, building out your tank is cool, characters are cool. There's a lot here from a foundational point. It's just the final execution is just a little lacking.